Hello and welcome to highlights of the match between Australia and England in Pool A of this ICC Cricket World Cup 2003. It was a situation at the start of the day where Australia knew they'd qualified, India likewise, England, Zimbabwe and Pakistan potentially. Any one of those teams could become the third team to go through to the Super Sixes. England looking for the points today though. Now, Nasser Hussain won the toss, decided to bat first. These are the teams. England's batsmen in the line-up there at the top: Trescothick, Knight, Vaughan, Hussain, Stewart, Collingwood. The all-rounders: Flintoff and White, Giles, Caddick and Anderson making up the 11. Australia: Hayden, Gilchrist, Ponting, Martin, Lehman, Bevans, Simons. Long batting line-up there. Hogg, the slow left armour, Lee, Bickle and McGrath. Bickle playing in place of the still absent and injured Gillespie. So let's see what happened in the first innings of the day.
Right, well, there they go. This is a big moment for these English opening batsmen. They really do want to get a victory against Australia under their belts. It'll mean a loss to the England side, and the openers obviously play a very important role in that regard. They've won the toss, so that's a step in the right direction. They've made a positive move. They decided that they would bat first, and they've got two good players, Trescothick and Knight, out in the centre. Well, that's well played. That's better. That's a good shot. It'll go for 4. So Trescothick getting one off the middle of the bat and placing it well too.
Great atmosphere in the ground. Lots and lots of English spectators. He finds the middle of the bat, Trescothick. That'll be good for him. You can tell from his body language in previous matches that he's just not at the races. That'll do him a world of good to find the middle of the bat, and it's his area as well, just back with a square on the offside. McGrath just short of a length outside off stump.
And again, and a magnificent shot that time, too short from McGrath. You don't often see him bowl in that short. What a lovely shot.
Punching gloves already, these two out there in the middle, familiar to each other. Nick Knight, Trescothick. Look at Trescothick again. It's his area, it's in the slot. Give him a bit of width, and he crashes the ball away. Find the middle of the bat early on. That's not McGrath.
That's offline and nicely played, tucked away. Simons is after it. This is a fast outfield. That one goes to the boundary as well. So, 4 boundaries for England already.
Might just be a good toss to win, but it's early doors as yet. You just get the pace of both these bowlers, particularly Lee, that once you get in the middle of the bat, it is a fast outfield. You beat the infield, and the ball will race away. Nick Knight this time just in front of square on the leg side.
Well, that really did run away fast. That's in the air, that's 6, what a shot! Oh, it's on the roof and out of the ground. Not a very long boundary down at fine leg. He helped that thunderbolt on its way. It whistled away onto the roof.
154 Ks, he gets into position brilliantly here, Trescothick. Whips the ball away. Really fine. It's not the longest boundary down there. It's on the roof. He's out of here. We'll need a new one.
Yes, all you've got to do is get it reasonably in the middle of the bat, and away she goes. Yes, he didn't enjoy that. That's not a look you see on Brett Lee's face all that often. Oh, and down to the boundary. Well, that's what happens. That would have been through third slip. So Ponting has taken himself away from second. He's gone to the gully, and that one has flown through the gap. 30 for none. Oh, and that's a good ball. That's a very good ball. It's gone flying away over the top of Ponting. It's a no ball anyhow. Oh boy, that one certainly did take off. Hit the edge and went over the top of Ponting at second slip.
It flew, absolutely flew to the boundary, and it will do at this sort of pace. 2 slips in position and nobody moved. Just aiming this ball on the leg side. Races away.
Oh, that's beautifully hit. This time it's in front of square, and the 50 comes up in very nice fashion. That's a lovely shot.
Well, it's all looked very different for England this morning. Some unfamiliar sights in terms of Australia versus England. And this is one of them. Boundaries flowing. Both Nick Knight and Marcus Trescothick have been very quick onto the pull shot this morning. It's looking good.
None of these buttons got in.
Just over the top. Well, it was inches away from being what would have been a spectacular catch. Damien Martin was in exactly the right position. All bar, I suppose had he been another 6 inches taller, that might just have helped.
Once again, it's a good shot though. It's not quite out of the middle from Trescothick. He's being positive, and he's being, well, I suppose the luck is running his way because he is being positive.
Well, that's positive. That's as simple as it gets. Length delivery from around the wicket. Simple swing of the bat. Off it goes for 4. It's another 9 from the over. Run rate is 7.33 at 66 without loss. Simple, very simple, but not out. It looks like a regulation chance from behind just then. It's actually deflected, I think, in that case, off the thigh.
Well, the question will be, was there 2 noises? It certainly hit the pad. It went in between bat and pad, I think. Just have come back fractionally. Certainly hit the pad flap on the front leg, or maybe the back thigh, but Australians were thinking of the opinion that there was 2 noises, and there may well have been. There may well have been pad flap and back thigh, but I'm pretty sure there was no inside edge there.
Even more simple. Well, that's very straightforward. There's no doubt about that at all. Damien Martin in that wide slip position, just had a dive away to his left, but he always had that catch under control.
Well, it's a good piece of captaincy to start with from Ricky Ponting to make a change. Bickle once again has picked up a wicket in his first over. Picked up 2 wickets the other day against Namibia in his first over. Now he's got Knight. Also a very good catch from Damien Martin. Was looping away from him. He came a lot slower than you expect in that position. Kept his eye on it, let him go past, and caught it nicely. That's a good start for Nick Knight. 30 from 33, England 66 for 1.
Michael Vaughan is the new man at the crease, taking over from Nick Knight. Knight gone for 30. And we've got 1 ball left of this 10th over. Very good over from Andy Bickle. A maiden so far, a wicket from the 5th ball. And Michael Vaughan straight away off the mark. But the bowling change has done what it was designed to do. It's 67 for 1 after 10. Bickle brought into the attack to change things round, and this is how he did it. A little bit of movement, and the movement took the ball away from Nick Knight. By the time he made contact, his bat was some way outside the eye line, but he picked him out. Damien Martin made very safe, very sure of the catch. Bickle able to celebrate. And Australia needed that. That's a fine shot. That's just 4. Poor delivery really from McGrath. He should have realised by now there's not much pace in this pitch. So 72 for 1. Beautifully bowled. That is a fine delivery from Andy Bickle. Michael Vaughan just hung around long enough to see whether or not the finger would go up. And eventually Russell Tiffin made the decision, which means that Michael Vaughan now has that long walk back to the England dressing room.
Certainly is a fine delivery from Andrew Bickle, and lots of good news for Australia with Jason Gillespie out of the side. That is a beauty. Andrew Bickle probably wouldn't have played this game if Gillespie was fit, and now he's got 2 wickets. He's got Knight, and now he's got the danger man, Michael Vaughan, out for 2. England 72 for 2.
Well, 2 quick wickets falling just to put the brakes on England now. Hussain is the man out at number 4. Andy Bickle is the man who's shown everyone how to do it today in terms of Australia's bowling. Lee expensive, McGrath expensive, but Bickle's figures so far, 1.1 overs, no maidens, 2 wickets and 1 run is all he's conceded so far. Here's another look at what was a fine delivery, just a thin tickle from Michael Vaughan. That's why he just thought he might hang around and see if the umpire had spotted it, but Bickle had spotted it, Gilchrist had spotted it, Michael Vaughan must have known it. Just enough movement away from the right-hander to take the edge. Oh, wonderful bowling from Andy Bickle. This has changed the game round entirely. After the heady days of those opening 9 or 10 overs for England, the scoreline is now starting to take on rather more familiar tones. 74 for 3 it is, as Hussain is on his way back.
Another outstanding delivery, late outswinger from Andrew Bickle. He's now got Knight, Vaughan, and now the captain, Nasser Hussain. Superb spell so far for Bickle. He's got 3 for 3, and England are 74 for 3.
Alex Stewart replacing the England captain. 3 wickets have gone down now for just 8 runs in the space of 14 deliveries. England facing something of a crisis here at St George's Park. The wicket of Hussain came off the final delivery of Andy Bickle's 2nd over. Bickle now has figures of 3 for 3. McGrath, number 38.
Bickle's spell has been superb. He's added about that, only 2 overs, 3 for 3. It's also the way he's bowling. He's pitching the ball up. He's getting some late outswing. Saw the one that got Michael Vaughan, caught him on the crease. Well, that one caught Nasser Hussain on the crease as well. Straightened down the line of off stump and hit the top of off. Shades of the Adelaide Test match there for Andrew Bickle.
There goes another one. This is a real purple patch for the Australians. Even Marcus Trescothick, who seemed oblivious to what was going on at the other end, has now found that he too is forced to make that walk back. Caught by that man Damien Martin in the wide slip position. Everything now is going towards Australia.
I'm not really sure what Marcus Trescothick was trying here. England is still scoring at 6 runs per over. It's time for consolidation. And unfortunately for England, it's time for another wicket. McGrath's got his first one, and England have now slumped to 74 for 4.
There is yet another new batsman out there now for England. Paul Collingwood it is now at number 6. 4 wickets have fallen now for the same 8 runs in 16 deliveries. All the action had previously been at the other end with Andy Bickle, the wicket taker, but Trescothick just shuffling down the pitch a little bit, and the edge finding Damien Martin yet again in fine catching form. That wide slip position, perfectly placed for it.
New batsman, Andrew Flintoff.
This is the last wicket, Paul Collingwood. One of Andy Bickle's favourite hobbies is fishing, fly fishing. Well, he went fishing, Paul Collingwood there. It was thrown out for him. Had a go at it, would have fancied it. he'll feel could have gone anywhere. Well, it's Andy Bickle's day.
That might be the sweet left foot that Bumble was talking about. Brett Lee was lacking.
Shades of Tubby Taylor going back a fair few years. Oh, I tell you what a great catch that would have been. Have another look at this. Incredible stuff. There it is, inside edge, and kicks it up and just gets out of his reach. Very, very nearly.
5 for him, 177 for 6.
English all-rounder Craig White is the new batsman, replacing Andrew Flintoff.
Uncontrolled shot, looking for that big shot, big boundary. Just sets himself, gets his front leg out of the way, it goes high, high. Here he comes, Gilchrist, get out of the way, that's mine.
Plenty of delight. 4 for 18 was Andrew Bickle's best figures against England prior to today. He now has 5 for 16 in his 8th over. Now 6 overs remaining. Andrew Bickle's just gone over to the umpires and said, I'll take this one. They're talking about changing the ball. He's picked up some grass and some dirt. We talked about that a couple of overs ago. Andrew Bickle's put his hand in the box and pulled out the new one and said, I'll start with this one, thank you. Oh, straight through him. Well, new ball or old ball, it doesn't matter to Andrew Bickle. He's got it straight. Alex Stewart's tried to go over the top and he's lost his middle stump. And now Andrew Bickle has his best career figures. 6 wickets for Bickle.
Well, what a start. Andy Bickle into the attack. No Gillespie, he's not fit. Come and have a game. Here he goes again. This is his 6th for dead straight, bullseye straight. He hits across the line, Alex Stewart. It's middle stump. It's almost as if he's bowling 2 at once. They've just changed the ball. Stewart has gone for 46. England in trouble, 180 for 7.
Ashley Giles is the new man. Left arm orthodox spinner. And he's facing up against Andrew Bickle, who has 6 for 16 from his 8.2 overs.
He's bowled terrifically well. He's on for another watch. That's what you get for man of the match. You get a nice watch. He's on for one. Dead straight. It's across the line, middle stump. That's good enough. 6 for 17.
Andy Bickle then, starting his last over. He won't want this spell to end. Not now, he won't. There's his 7th wicket. 9.1 overs, no maiden, 7 for 18 now, Andy Bickle's figures.
He's got a chance for 8 as well. He's got 5 deliveries to go. Ashley Giles played whether to go through with it or not. Was it the pitch which held up? Probably not. He just managed to chip Michael Bevan, who gets up there, holds it in the fingertips, stays inside the circle, which means nothing. Giles out for 2, 187 for 8.
Well, there you go, Andy Bickle climbing that ladder. 7 for 18. And McGrath just above him, but well, Andy Bickle's got chances to go much further yet. England only 2 wickets left. Andy Caddick's the new man at the crease. This is the reason Andy Caddick's at the crease.
It is still doing a bit. That one didn't do too much, just a miss hit. Didn't quite know whether to go along the ground or over the top. And Bevan just held it into his left index finger and middle finger. It was good. Just check the shot a little more. I'm sure Ashley Giles is ruining that fact right now. Bickle's had good rhythm right from the word go.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a bonus. That's 4 runs. That's the unfortunate thing when you bowl that pace. It's an outside edge, it flies, and that flew.
No ball 2, so they get another chance at it. This is the dangerous gap, definitely. With this pace on, anything past the keeper is undefendable. Gilchrist gets the webbing.
1 ball, the last ball. That's good from Australia. Just 33 runs conceded then from the last 10 overs. 204 for 8 from the 50 overs.
Well, it was a bright start, England getting to 66 without loss in the first 9 overs, but then the wickets started to tumble. They lost 5 for 21 runs in 49 balls, and in the end somehow managed to get up to 204 for 8 with Stewart and Flintoff repairing some of the damage in the middle order there. One outstanding performance for Australia in the bowling department, that of Andy Bickle. 10 overs, no maidens, 7 for 20. When he came on, everything changed round. McGrath taking one as well, but it was Bickle's day with the ball, absolutely no doubt about that. Australia at the end of it needing just 205 to win from their 50 overs at a rate of 4.1. Gilchrist and Matthew Hayden made their way out to the middle to start the Australian innings. Now, they are the most successful current opening partnership in one-day internationals. That's the way through extra cover. All looks ridiculously easy sometimes for Adam Gilchrist.
Yes, just going back to Anderson for a moment while they sort out the side screen. Didn't swing, was the problem. It was very direct onto Gilchrist's bat.
Edged away, just out of the grasp of Andrew Flintoff at second slip, but it was travelling very quickly. Can't be called a chance.
That's another away swinger to the left-handers. When I mentioned that Anderson will have been watching videos of the cricket and of Gilchrist, he will know that one of Gilchrist's weaknesses, and there aren't many, is to the ball swinging in from outside the off stump at him.
Glorious shot from Adam Gilchrist. Forget the edge from the ball before, that was completely emphatic. It's 15 without loss. That's high in the air, that has not been hit cleanly. Should be out, and is taken. That's Ashley Giles. Well, England certainly needed the wicket. Andy Carrick has played a part in it, but I think the man most responsible is the batsman himself, Matthew Hayden.
I wouldn't have liked to have been under that. It was getting away from Giles in the breeze, and he grabbed it in the end. He's got a good pair of hands, often fields at gully, but he came across for the catch, and just there, it was almost getting away from him. 15 for 1, 2.2 gone.
Ricky Ponting, the Australian captain, is out there. He's not having to face. Oh, beautifully played. Adam Gilchrist has just timed that away through mid-on. It's a long, fruitless chase for Ashley Giles. Gilchrist on strike there as while this ball was in the air from this shot. Batsman had time to cross. It was a dreadful shot from Matthew Hayden. Yes, we know he likes to play the ball shot. Yes, we know he likes to dominate, but it wasn't that short. All he succeeded in doing was skying it in the air. Did pose the odd problem for Ashley Giles, but a good pair of hands, and that was that. Up and over and straight to third man. Michael Vaughan has taken the catch at the second attempt. For a moment or two, he might not have realised the ball was going to carry quite as easily as that, so he didn't have to move far. Andy Carrick has picked up a second wicket.
And the hearts of those millions of British fans I was talking about can go back into place, because it got away from him. And then it was on its way down. It wasn't as though it had bounced up in the air so he could grab it again. It's 2 for 33 and Gilchrist gone for 22.
Australia 2 down. New man in is Damien Martin. That was the shot that did it. It went straight, pretty much straight to Michael Vaughan. It's a good recovery. He's got him. Caddick strikes for the third time. Damien Martin shaking his head, has got to go. Oh, drama here at St George's Park. The English fans now are even in better voice than they were just a minute ago.
Height would be the only thing with this. It looked with the naked eye as though it got him in front, but height would be... well, and also I suppose you could bring into the factoring a little inside edge. It's Martin gone for naught, 33 for 3.
Well, we had a flurry of wickets in the England innings. That flurry began just a little bit later than the flurry now that's afflicting Australia. 3 have gone down in quick succession. We're only in the 5th over. The score is 33 for 3. Andrew Caddick has 1 ball left in what at the moment is a double wicket maiden, and Darren Lehmann is the man to face it. That's 4 bowled. Very good over from Andy Caddick. Double wicket maiden it is. 33 for 3 the score after 5 overs. That's put away supremely well. Much more convincing shot than the one we saw in the previous James Anderson over. That one came right out of the meat of the bat.
Tactically, it's not good to give Ponting the chance to play the pull and hook shot, but he plays it so well.
Oh, wonderful shot. Oh, he's hit that all the way. That's a superb strike. Just short of the length from Andy Caddick. Ponting was in position very early, hit that in front of square.
Memo to anybody worldwide, don't bowl short at this guy. He thrives on it. Anything just short of a length on a good, easy pace pitch, not there, not there. 3 slips in position, he's on the back foot and he loves it there. Oh, no.
This one's up in the air as well. I think that might be Vaughan down there again. This time he's got it no problem at all. Caddick's got 4. Australia are 48 for 4, and England are right back in the match.
Just forget all that of bowling line and length. Just bang it in there, get him on the hook. Ashley Giles down at fine leg there. It's Andy Caddick banging the ball in. We've talked about bowling a full length to 3 slips. Forget it. Get him on the hook shot. I'd never have believed this. Ricky Ponting has mishooked it. Giles steadies himself. Good safe catch in the end. They're on the run, Australia. You wouldn't believe it. Ricky Ponting's gone now, 18. Australia 48 for 4.
2 left-handers are now at the crease for Australia. Michael Bevan is the new man. He's only had 1 bat so far in this World Cup, and that was a score of 17 against Namibia in Australia's last match at Potchefstroom. So not a great deal of form to show for his World Cup so far, Michael Bevan.
He's on the pull and he's usually dynamite there. It goes very, very high. Ashley Giles sets himself at deep fine leg. Good concentration there, catches it high.
He's in pretty good form. This is a good delivery and a very good catch.
the perfect plan. Alex Stewart proving that he's very much worth his place in the side as the best one-day international keeper in England. Fella can bat as well. Contact with bat or glove or anything, and it's not easily done.
Well, it didn't hit his glove. There's one thing we do know. It did not hit his glove on that replay. It may well have hit the edge of the bat, and well, it could have hit the leg as well. Let's see. There we go now. Let's see. Just watch this. We'll zoom in on it. Yeah, well, that one, the gloves looks a bit closer on that one. I'd like to have a look at the first replay just to establish exactly where the ball was. See any denting of the glove there? Very hard. There's no way with all those replays that we can be certain. Well, he's hit that, and that's gone all the way. Oh, that's a magnificent shot. Boy, did he time that one. With the spin, way over the top, and a fieldsman back there as well.
Well, you've got to make sure you hit it cleanly if you're going to take on that man in the deep. No problems this time. That's sailed a long way back, comfortably over the ropes.
Get it, run him out, run, come on, Jim!
Well, there's got to be a call from the third umpire there. That was brilliantly fielded. The big thing about it was the fielder got rid of it so quickly.
It's Craig White. Stewart thinks it's out. Fast, accurate throw from Craig White. Brett Lee is no slouch. Here we are. Ball comes in quickly from Craig White. Where's your money? I don't know where mine is. He's gone. He's gone. He's on his way. And he's like lightning, Brett Lee. England players have seen it on the big screen. They're already celebrating. We'll wait for this result. It's an accurate throw from Craig White. It's deadly accurate. The bails are off. What's it going to be? He's on his way.
Well, now, that opens it up even more. 135 for 8. Andy Bickle to come in, but Lear's gone. That short single. Terrific field placing from Nasser Hussain. He knows that Bevan favours that shot. Pushed Craig White there. The throw was close to perfect. It wasn't a direct hit, but Brett Lee was still out by a fraction for 6, and it's 135 for 8. 37.4 gone. Can the bowling hero become the batting hero as well? And he's not really listed as an all-rounder at Test level, although he makes plenty of runs for Worcestershire and for Queensland in the Pura Cup matches in Australia.
This is the end of Brett Lee, and he is lightning quick between the wickets. It's an accurate throw from Craig White.
It's the sort of thing Andy Bickle can do. Can bat. He's made 100 for Worcestershire in the county competition. He's made 100 for Queensland. He regularly gets runs for Queensland down the order.
Well, if I was England, I'd forget the board completely. You just know that these two at the crease can bat. England will have seen so much of Andy Bickle and certainly Michael Bevan, and they're well capable of getting these 65 runs from 70 deliveries.
That'll beat the field out. Looked as though it was pad. Perhaps he got a little tickle. Yep, very, very fine edge down the fine leg.
Just going to have a look at Michael Bevan's stats. 48 from 98 deliveries. His strike rate is 49.
That's a good save because it was getting away from the fielder there, Andy Caddick. He did very well to get across and cut it off. Beautifully played by Bevan. Bevan just reached his half-century. So often he's done the job for Australia in these matches.
Fine, fine shot. That's 4. Straight down the ground. Might have got away with the first ball, not that one.
This is terrible news for Nasser Hussain. Just finished saying that these conditions suit Andy Caddick because he just bangs it in, and now he floats it up. He floats it up when conditions demand he bowls his normal length. Andy Bickle goes to 16.
That's it, that's a big hit. It's 6, that's a big, big 6. Has hit the top of the sideboard. Andy Bickle has just had a swing at that. It's in the right area. He swung and it is flown away.
Well, the safety net he had that's the mid-wicket area that was exposed. You can't have men everywhere. James Anderson is going to spin the ball into the right-hander. Bickle's decided, well, if it's up there, I'm going to hit with the spin. If I miss-hit it, I still might get away with it. But have a look at that for a non-miss-hit.
That's nicely placed as well. Andy Caddick's going to beat him. That's 4. Andy Bickle punches the air. As far as he's concerned, that's the game won. Well, the good thing from England's point of view is that Australia might well get home. But watch this. He sees it be there. Andy Caddick cannot get there. And when he sees it beat him, there you go, look at the reaction coming up from the batsman. 2 dot balls, 4 to go, 2 wanted. Well, Michael Vaughan misfields. What can I say? Straight to you.
He juggled one catch earlier on. That was Adam Gilchrist's dismissal. And that is a shocker. The field was placed perfectly. Here's Australia's reaction. They think, oh no, we're going to have to get it next ball, and then Vaughan lets it go. My goodness, now the ring is everywhere. There's no one outside the circle. Michael Bevan, fittingly, is the man that has the opportunity to hit the winning runs.
That's it. Michael Bevan hits the full toss through mid-wicket, and he steered Australia home yet again. England are left to stand and scratch their heads. How do we not win that? Australians delighted. That's a new record. The other hero is Andy Bickle, without doubt, though, the hero for me. 33 not out from 36 deliveries. And just remember, earlier in the day, 7 wickets for 20 runs.
Well, what an extraordinary finish that was. Michael Bevan seeing it through with Andy Bickle. Andy Bickle having a great day all round. Those early wickets seem to have put England in control of the game, but Michael Bevan is such a specialist. He's done it before, he's done it again, and Andy Bickle has had the game of his life. 208 for 8, enough to win with 2 balls to spare. For England, well, the bowlers had done a great job. Caddick picked up those early wickets and put the much vaunted Australian top order under pressure. Craig White, I thought, bowled very well as well. 10 overs, 1 for 21. Ashley Giles played his part. 10 overs, 2 for 42. In the end, the pressure right at the end just told on England. They couldn't hold it together. Andy Bickle played a couple of wonderful shots just at the key moment, and Australia were home by 2 wickets. So the effect of the table, well, Australia are always going to be top of that table. They take maximum points from it through into the next round, the Super Sixes. India are second. England, Zimbabwe and Pakistan will all be sweating on the result of that game between Zimbabwe and Pakistan in Bulawayo on Tuesday. England hoping that Pakistan can win it, in which case England are most likely to go through and join the others in the Super Sixes. Well, it was an extraordinary day in Port Elizabeth, one we'll remember for a long, long time. Hope you enjoyed it. Join us again soon.